Hey guys, so I want to give you a shop tour of the Redneck Engineering shop. So this is the view. Right here in front you can see like my actual project. It's the MAS 537 large scale. That's a RC controlled model of a MAS 537 truck. So here on the left is a sheet metal brake. Small spindle press, I think around 8 tons. And then we have a drill bit sharpener. It goes from 23 to 80 millimeters. So it's like a grinding disc that's oscillating left to right. And here you can put in the drill bit and turn it like this. You can also, it's like for 3 flute, 4 flute and standard drill bits. Of course it got like flood coolant and everything. It's made by WMW. It's Eastern Europe, like from the former GDR brand. Then we have belt and disc sander. I built it myself. Was like the first piece of machinery I built myself. Like I think 8 or 10 years ago. Got like a huge 7.5 horsepower motor. No, it's 7.5 kilowatts. It's like 10 horsepower. It's like way too big, but it works. And there's just some scrap laying around, so I need to get rid of. So yeah. Here's another view of the truck. It's the engine and stuff. Transmission, reduction, clutch, differential, diff lock, brake, steering, everything. And then we have a surface grinder. It's a Jung G60. It was made in 1938 in Berlin, Germany. One of the first models of this brand. Was like built like I think around the 60s, so it was like produced pretty long. Like got a nice magnetic table, got a built-in wheel dresser, diamond dresser here. Flood, here's the flood coolant, everything. There's a little cabinet for it. In the back you can see my power system. Then we have a vertical bandsaw, a contouring saw. It's made by Kölle Esslingen, pretty close to me. Really nice. It got like a bandsaw, like a saw blade welder on it, complete with a little grinding wheel that turns. Got like a CVT transmission, a variable speed drive and a 3-speed gearbox. Also got like, that's the foot pedal here. Got like a automatic feed that comes up through this slot here. Little air pump to pump away swarf, so you can see your marks, like a nice light. I put LED lights in every machine. So this is my homemade sheet metal working station. I just finished it building today. Like I turned everything myself, like everything was made myself. It's on wheels. There are some different radii, some dies. Here we have a shrinker and stretcher. I made like foot pedals for them. works pretty well. Here we have like a revolving hole punch. It goes from 3 to 10.5 millimeters, so you can just turn it like a 6-shooter to put the different punch sizes in. Really nice, can't wait to use it. Here we have, here's like a big belt sander that it's used to sand skis, like the base. I use it because we build skis ourselves to give them the first grind. We have like the torch setup, both welders, that's a TIG and stick welder. Nice, it came from a college, with a nice gauge on it, and the MIG welder on the left with a small Chinese plasma on top. Those are made by Bad Waldsee. It's pretty close to me too. Those are made in the 80s. It's like the top of the notch welders back then, and still really great. So you can feel it if you're welding TIG or stick, like it's really nice and smooth. The TIG is also water cooled. Here's like my workbench with like small material storage below. Here on the top we have like all the big stuff, like the height gauges, big welding square I made myself. And the cabinets, there's all the kind of neat stuff, like here we have like some lathe tooling, some big mills and shaper tooling, stuff like this. I keep it organized, like here, like some everything to put on threads. And my favorite drawer is right here. So some nice and big micrometers. Yeah, and just stuff like this. Every kind of stuff is in there. Then we have my Belate Industrial bedding machine. It got like the variable speed drive. I bought it almost new, like this year. Also made some dies for it to put some round beads in it. Oh, and almost forgot, like this is a Mars 537 that I'm building, but this one is in 1:35 scale. Mine will be in 1:2.5. Okay, so here's my lathe. It's Antonio Anselmi, made in Italy. It's pretty heavy duty. I think it's around 2.5 to 3 ton. Got about 7.5 horsepower. Speed 33 to 1600, pretty nice. Got a nice surface feed gauge on it. Got a multi-fix tool holder on it, tool post. It's a really nice machine. The fact that I like is that it got a cover above the waist. These are the waist, this is just a cover. Got about, I think it's about, I can't tell, I need to measure. I think it got around 500 millimeter swing. Yeah, it's around 500. You can take these covers off on the chuck, so gain a bit more. I think around 1.5 meter swing, so length. I mean, got like feet and everything, of course. Good. Here's like the tracer attachment I put on. It's made by Stanko. It's a Russian brand. There's the power supply for it, the hydraulic unit. Looks pretty nice. Like I turned all the dies. The dies for the English wheel were turned with this. Yeah, that's my lathe. I got a few chucks for it, like a 4-jaw, 3-jaw, 4-jaw scroll chuck. I made a crane for it because the chucks are getting pretty heavy. I can't change them myself. Oh, and I almost forgot, like my portal crane in front here, also made it myself. Like I got a 500 kilogram electric hoist on it. And on the other cranes I use chain faults because I need to position the chucks like really accurate, and I can't do this with a electric hoist. Yeah, and here is like a small table for how is it called, like to use the height gauge on it, to scribe stuff, punch it, and yes, center punch it. Then there's my big table. It's 1 meter to 1 meter. It's like really heavy. It's got like big huge ribs below, so you can see, like, here's my clamp and magnet and stuff storage, and on top is like the cabin of the MAS 537. I just started building it, so here it is. Will be a lot of work to finish it. Here's my small drill. It's a solid, means like strong in English. Really nice drill. It's a bit, what's different on this is like you do not rise and lower the table. You rise and lower the head of the machine. So if you turn it a bit, it's not that small. It's not the small drill. Oh, and looks like the cable got tangled up. Yeah. Don't use it often at the high setting, so it's not the small drill anymore. Here's some mill and lathe stuff, tooling. And there are like some big mills. My vacuum cleaner. So let's go this way around. Here we have my big huge shaper. Oh, and before I forgot it, here's another thing. That's my rotary welding positioner. I can flip it up so it sits around here. Hook up the power supply, and I can adjust the speed. And otherwise, I use this mostly like for sharpening tool bits and stuff. And yeah, my big shaper, made by Stenko, Russia. This one was made in 1989, so it's 1 year older than me. It's a pretty new machine. I got it, it's in almost new condition. Got a stroke of 780 millimeters, so yeah, that's a lot of stroke. You can see it's like pretty modern, like with all the switches and stuff. Got some storage behind there. Got like a lot of speeds and feeds and stuff. You can see made in USSR. Also got the automatic, the power down feed for the tool head. Like you can tilt the table. There's a rack and pinion drive here. Got a, yeah, here in front you can see my newly acquired spot welder. Here are the electrodes for it. I don't have a place for it yet, so I just put it here. Yes, shaper also got 7.5 horsepower, so it's pretty massive machine. Weights in at 3.3 tons. Here's some storage, like all the different wires, like the big shaper wires, different milling wires, rotary table, some different smaller stuff, like work holding stuff, magnet chuck for the lathe. Here's another small wires, angle blade, and whatever stuff. Yeah, this is my milling machine. Let's get it on the frame. This is Wilhelm Krupp, made in Aalen. It's also pretty close to me. Well, closer than Russia anyway though. Yeah, it got like it's a 10 horse motor. Takes Morse tape of 4 tooling. Got all kinds of different speeds. You can also put different feeds in the same time, so I can go like 3-dimensional with one cut. So I never did it like on purpose. Yeah, got like the vertical head on it. Got a small bracket so where you can mount it, so just swing it away if you want to use it as a horizontal mill. Yeah, and here's also my big chip crane. Also built it myself, and it's used to load like the wires and stuff on the milling machine and the shaper. It also swings over to the lathe, not to the headstock, because when I built it I had a smaller lathe, so it doesn't work out anymore. So then I built the small crane over the lathe, but I'm able to swing like this crane all the way there and put stuff from the big crane, like put it on the small crane. That works. And also the big crane also covers the table here, so that's pretty neat to be able to lift stuff on the table and position something for welding and stuff. So this was a tour of my part of the shop. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you want, and thanks for watching.